Yo, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well tonight, today, wherever you guys are at. Arsenal versus Real Madrid 3-0. Huge, impressive performance by Arsenal and a not so good performance by Real Madrid. If you're a Real Madrid fan, that's gotta hurt. That's really gotta hurt. That was absolutely horrific from Real Madrid. And I'm still impressed that Ancelotti keeps putting these three knuckleheads up in the front as if that's going to give one day, maybe in 3, 4 years. Like, it's not going to happen. These guys can't play together. They just cannot play together. And then there's no defending. I kind of wanted to throw in Bellingham in there, but at least Bellingham, he defends. He absolutely defends. And today he was like crucial in defending. And had one of these three guys, or three of them, were they to defend just a tad bit, just a little bit, maybe the outcome could have been a little bit different. I still think Arsenal probably would have won the game because they have so many opportunities in that first half. It was crazy that they didn't get to score in that first half. It was almost criminal that they couldn't score in that first half. Way too many opportunities. But maybe one goal for Real Madrid, and that would have made things a lot more interesting. Way more interesting. The possibilities would have been really close for them to be able to come back in that second leg when they play in Madrid. I still think the 3-0, if anyone could do that, if anyone could turn things around, it's going to be Real Madrid. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. But again, anything could happen. I'm not writing them off. I'm not ruling them out. Real Madrid could come back. You got to be ready. You definitely got to be ready for that. And I'm looking forward to that game. I'm highly anticipating that match. But it's crazy how, like, in the first half, they had so many opportunities. Arsenal had so many opportunities. And because they don't have a number 9, I think that's why they weren't able to score in that first half. And thankfully, Declan Rice and Marino coming through, to be able to score. But Saka and Martinelli were great. Saka especially on that right wing, absolutely unstoppable. And Saka, I don't know, man, those 3-4 months that you haven't been playing, they've been crucial, man, because you finally are able to take the ball down the line. Look what happened when he took the ball down the line. Look what finally happened. That one play, though, the one that he ends up beating Bellingham, centers it and nobody there, obviously because there's no number 9, but the ball just waltzed through, and he did that a couple of times. Took the ball down the line, centering, and there was danger, there was threat there, right? And obviously his customary going to the inside, and he got the foul, free kick, and just dangerous as always, Saka. And then Martinelli and Valverde, I absolutely loved that duel. It was fleeting, it wasn't that enduring, it wasn't that long. I wish there was more of that. But that was absolutely gold for Martinelli. The passes, the lobs, little centers. Again, no number 9, nobody to be able to head the ball. But absolutely great from Martinelli. Another one that's been bold. I don't know what's been happening ever since he also came back from the break. Then again, I haven't been watching Arsenal, before that. But when I started watching them, 1-2 games after the break, the international break, he's been phenomenal. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Not to say that he absolutely took Valverde for a ride or anything like that, because Valverde also did a really good job defensively. And I think that's the first time I've seen Valverde kind of put into a difficult position, So it was like an even duel. But I absolutely loved both these guys. Lewis Skelly, my God, Lewis Skelly just also that came back from the break, scored a goal. I think that helped him out to establish himself as a starter, a definite starter. Not even a superstar, a rock star. That kid is a rock star, 18 years old, and he's playing. I mean, he was just bodying people, and he's not even a tall guy. He's not even like a burly guy or anything like that, but he's able to just break away from Bellingham, Camavinga, Vinicius. These guys don't defend Vinicius, Rodrigo, but such a great player. The tackles, the recoveries, and just reading the game so well, and just piercing through like the defender, just breaking those lines. And of course, if I was him, I would have shot, because he was in a better angle instead of passing it to Marino. But that was genius level, passing it to Marino, because also the difficulty for the goalkeeper to get to that ball, since there were so many bodies. Maybe Lewis Skelly taking the shot, maybe it would have been a little bit easier for Courtois to get that ball. I don't know, but that was still phenomenal from Lewis Skelly. The only time Real Madrid had an opportunity was in the first half. Was 3-4 mistakes, I think, from Arsenal two from Bukayo Saka that gave the ball away. Vinicius, the first one that he gave it away. Vinicius takes it up front and does the, outside of the shot pass like Modric, and obviously should have done better. I think it ended up being blocked. After that, I think it was another one, also Bukayo Saka. Nothing happened there. And then error from Kiwior, right? Thankfully, it was offside. But then again, nothing happened. And Mbappe ended up, I think, airing it or missing the ball. And to say that the best player from Real Madrid was Mbappe is, I mean, that's saying it all, because he had that one opportunity. This guy is a two-time World Cup finalist, a one-time World Cup winner. The Jude Bellingham ball that he gives him by himself ends up outpacing 3-4 defenders. You got to score right to Raya, right to his body. Come on. Kiki, you have TT on the phone. You know TT, right? TT in those positions with the inside of the foot, that was almost always a goal. Yeah, you got to do better. Like that, he just needs one opportunity. A player of his caliber needs just that one opportunity. That should have. I was going for both teams. I wanted, again, like I said, I wanted Real Madrid to score at least one goal to make things a little bit more interesting. And that right there, that was a golden opportunity. You should have scored. You definitely should have scored. That was. I don't know what to say. But Bukayo Saka was good. Lewis Skelly was amazing. My standout players. Declan Rice, of course, even before the two free kicks. Declan Rice, Timber, great player. Hopefully, the only thing with Timber is, like, he gets injured. Like, he's been injured for such a long time, but Timber could play in any team. That's been established already. For a second there, he got kind of hurt. I think he got a knock from Mbappe accidentally. But he was okay. He was able to play the rest of the game. So Lewis Skelly, Timber, Declan Rice, Partey again with the tackles and the anticipation, really, really good. And I think I'm missing one more, but those were my players right there. Those were definitely my players. They played absolutely phenomenal. Odegaard, I think, also had a really good game. Really good. And Raya did a phenomenal job in terms of being goalkeeper. I don't think there was any outstanding save, but everything was secure and just shut any attack from the little attacks that Real Madrid had, right? As far as Real Madrid, I mean, Camavinga I thought he was good. Gets the red at the end of the night. Obviously very, very frustrated. Jude Bellingham also, I've never seen him so impotent, pissed off, and making like silly fouls that weren't unnecessary and that could cost them maybe a yellow, maybe even a red. But I thought he was absolutely great too. Just did a lot of work, but not much. And again, Modric is one where he was playing a center D. Distributing the ball, keeping control of the ball, but not really doing any playmaking at all. And that's when I said in my last video, Manchester United versus Manchester City, Bruno Fernandes he would be a shoo-in. They need a playmaker like that. They need someone to create. I think he would be perfect in that role, because Real Madrid have none of that. They don't know anything about that, and they're depending too much on Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Mbappe, which didn't do nothing. They got hammered today. They got absolutely done with and clobbered, and just they couldn't do anything. And Declan Rice with the free kicks. Never in my life did I think that was gonna happen. Like, what? He's taking the free kick. That first one, I was thinking maybe perhaps Courtois could have done a better job, which, by the way, Courtois saved a lot of opportunities. Like the 3-in-1 play with Marino having 2 shots, I think Martinelli having 1 shot, where Lewis Skelly ends up bodying himself, which Lewis Skelly somehow plows his way through Camavinga and somebody else, and Martinelli has the first shot, and then Marino has the 2 shots, and really good from Courtois. So he had a bunch of saves, Courtois. Could have been probably more if it had not been for Courtois. But that free kick, and I was thinking maybe you could have gotten to it, being Thibaut Courtois. That thing just like swerved, whipped, and came right back in. Absolutely beast of a goal. And then the second one, I mean, no, like it was just like I was losing my mind. I could not believe, like, there was no keeper in the world that would have gotten to that ball. Spectacular. This will go down in history, and he will always remember this night. I'm sure he already said that. This is one of the best games I've had in my career. Absolutely. What can you say about Declan Rice? And then he had the header also, but just Declan Rice was just like in the, finding the spaces, making himself available, the tackles. He kept on going all throughout the game, up until the end. up until the end, this man would not quit. He would not quit. There was still so much energy and so much passion and love and just fervor. Brilliant performance by Declan Rice. I hope he could score more of these free kicks. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely loved it. This was a great night for everybody, I think. I think there's no complaints. Anybody and everybody that got to see this game, I mean, regaled. I could watch those highlights over and over again with those free kicks. Absolutely brilliant performance. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.